I'm Shweta. She's Giri, and we are from Guinea's Planet. Hi, Paulomi.
Hi,
Welcome
good
back.
evening. Thank you so much. It's just raining and we had a power cut here. So, a little bit of
Oh,
infrastructural glitch, but we are all up. Right. Yeah.
all right. It
Hmm.
didn't rain here much, but there is a nice wind blowing outside. So yeah, we
Huh.
are happy.
Okay.
So great. We have full audience and house is full. So
Yes. Yeah.
what are you bringing for Guinea and other kids today? Which book are you
Okay.
recommending?
Okay. So, this is one of our favorite books. The name of the book is Macher Jhol, which means fish curry. But it's even called Macher Jhol. It's written by Richa Jha and Sumanta De. And and the publication is Pickle York Books. They do some amazing work with children. And it's a beautiful book. It's one of our favorites, actually. I think sometime back I had written a blog on this, especially, picking children's picture books on disability, and this is one of those books. So yes, I know Mache Jhol Wali. Zuni, can I please speak and then you can take your book, please? Please. Okay. Okay. So you can now understand, right? The
Yeah.
virambana I keep on facing whenever I take any book. I think the ownership rights are too much on books.
I
um
know because today when we announced this event, we wrote, okay, let's see what Paulomi brings from her daughter's library today. Because we figured out these are not your books, these are hers, so
yeah,
like
yeah,
you have to
yeah.
borrow it from them. Yeah.
Right. So, and I
Okay.
think now she has figured it out that 7 o'clock, one of the books on Tuesday, I'm going to go and get things. So she will come running and then she will look the book and she will start sneezing it. So I think people who are tuning in regularly should get used to seeing this person also, in fact, right? And the tussle that we, do for
Yeah.
the 5-10 minutes to keep the book with me and so that she cannot take away. Right.
Okay. So tell us, Paulomi, what is the reason you're bringing this to us today? Like
Okay, Zuni,
why Mache Jhol?
I will give it to you in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, please. Okay, okay, okay. So, Machichul is a book about this little boy called Gopu. All he wants to do, his father is unwell, and he thinks that his father will be very, very happy if uh, if he can get his favorite machir jhol, right? But how will you manage that? So he knows his dida, which is his maternal grandmother, will be able to cook a dish of machir jhol for him. And so he travels across the city, and the book is about, honestly, Gopu's journey. And 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 the book is based out of Calcutta, so there is another reason for which we both like it, because that's where Zuni's half of Zuni's roots and my, of course, that's my hometown, lies. And it's about the fish market, how he buys fish, how Dida goes, and it goes on like that. Okay, I'm really sorry, Zuni. Can I? Okay, you also sit here. Okay, we can. Okay, we can speak about it, and I will get to read a part of it. Right. So, and it travels, it follows, and then Gopu reaches back home, and we find that the father is frantic, and the father actually starts scolding that why did you go out of the house, etc., etc. And it's only at the end of the story we get to discover that there is something about Gopu beyond being a little child traveling across the city. There is something else which the parent worries, and I think that's what we really like about the book. It's not about presenting it as a mystery or something very exotic. It's also about presenting it as just another fact about him, right? That he is this, as well as he is also an adventurous, curious, kind child. And I think many years back, I think all of you must be knowing this book by Mark Haddon called The Curious Incident of the Child and the Dog, and where the protagonist speaks his own story, and the protagonist actually has an Asperger's syndrome. That's about giving agency to that person and not looking at it, that disability is a big thing here. And I think I found the same tonality in this book, and that is for me being an adult. If you ask me what it is, for the child, what he likes, I think we can present it. Zuni, is book a favorite? Can you show what you like most in the book? Come, show in the screen. See, Shweta Masi is waiting. Come. Sabse favorite wala. Show. Come.
Yeah, we always wait for this part as to what is it,
Yeah. So
yeah, the
so now
experience
you
of
can
reading it with your daughter.
so now
Yeah.
you can see that it's like unadulterated. So I will show it. It's the scene from the Durga Puja that the idol is coming. So Zuni, because she visited Kolkata during Durga Puja time and our house has got. So this is something which she really liked. And when she went to our house also, this was the time when the goddess was coming. Like it was like the idol was being kept. And she said, "Oh mama, Gopu ne bhi dekha tha." And I think that's also what I like about this. Gopu is not a child, with disability. Gopu is a friend, a character whom she can relate to, who also experienced the city in his own ways, in his own senses.
Right, right, obviously. And I think there are two things that come to my mind when I hear about this. One is this whole thing about, what children do
Hmm.
in their own ways for people around them, and how sometimes they get scolded for thinking too
Absolutely.
much, right? Because we
Absolutely.
misunderstand so many of the
Yeah, yeah,
nuances. So
yeah,
that's something
yeah.
which is very common and takes place in everybody's home. And
Huh.
the second thing is how, having characters of varying kind in the stories, how that is such an excellent method of introducing children to like the world
Absolutely.
around us. That there are people of every
Absolutely.
kind, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing odd or something, nothing exceptional about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you really, like, in the last 1.5 years, how are you actually going to know about more of the world and people if not with books, right? Because I
Yeah.
think our world is also limited currently. I mean, ideally, we would all like the children to meet children in person of many kinds and other people. But if that is not okay, so she has been kind enough to give it back to me. So I think that is. And
Yeah.
I think this is one of the last pages of the story. It's really a beautiful book, and fantastic illustrations, and I think it's worthwhile. I'm really not revealing much what happens at the end. I think that's for everyone to pick up and that. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Paulomi. I'm not asking you the other questions because I've already seen, I think we've already witnessed,
Uh,
the experience of reading it with your daughter and then the
huh.
favorite part and a few
Yeah.
pages from that. So we've
Yeah.
done it all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much, Paulomi, and thank you, audience. And see you next Tuesday with another book.
Yeah.
See what comes from again.
Zuni's
Paulomi's
library, I think
Zuni's
we should
library.
appreciate. That's
Yeah.
right.
What
Thank you
Ginny
so
reads from Zuni's library. Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
that's the rhyme as well. All right.
Okay.
Nice
Yeah.
meeting you. Take care. Stay
Yeah.
safe, all of you. Thank you.